So Tariq Nasheed says they get clean credit. Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logical Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So Dr. Umar Johnson has been in the media as of late, and I'm glad he goes around the circus, going to different YouTube channels and speaking his views. I'm a firm believer in, if you want to expose a fool for what he is, let him talk. That's why let him talk. Keep letting him providing a rope to hang himself with, and he's hanging himself big time. But he's not the only race hustler out here who basically that's telling black people that they're being oppressed while they themselves making a substantial amount of money. Well, Tariq Nasheed is another such person. Now, I haven't talked about him in a while, but he basically started out teaching math lessons, writing books, teaching men how to gang women. But then he later since branched off into the race game. I guess that's just another vertical for him to make money, because there's no sign of him being oppressed whatsoever, what he talks about. But he talked about the migrants, or the migrant issue, and the migrants that are coming to America. And of course, like always, he makes everything out of a race issue. But he talked about why they are seeming able to progress in this country while black people aren't. And he came up with a ridiculous excuse.
When they come over, they get all types of benefits that we don't get. Not only that, and there's other secondary benefits that they get. One benefit that they get is the benefit of clean credit. That's one thing that we really overlook about them. When we talk about when they come over and they get all of these business loans and they get these businesses that we can't get, they're not coming over here with a lot of money. We got to understand, when they get here, they also get a clean line of credit. So you got these people who might be 30, 40 years old. They hop over the border. You're going to get a brand new Social Security card. And with a brand new Social Security card and a Social Security number, when you get that, that means your credit score ain't janky. So all the stuff you did back home, all of the debt and whatever child support, whatever criminal convictions you had back home, that gets wiped away. Whereas we don't. Everything we do, it follows us. The college loans, the light bill that wasn't paid 8 years ago, whatever. So yeah, that follows us, and that hinders us when we try to go get a business loan or whatever. We got to get it out the mud. We got to hustle and grind. Everything, criminal record, everything we got, it haunts us for the rest of our lives. They come over, that's erased. So that's a benefit. Boy, that's a huge leap. You understand? So yeah, that's why a lot of them are able to come over and get businesses so quickly. They got liquor stores here, liquor stores there, because their credit is clean. They come over and get clean credit.
So basically what he's saying here is that, as black people, we're in America and we have years of having credit and issues that are on our credit, such as, you're a light bill or something, or you have a bill that you didn't pay. Whereas these migrants, they come here and they get Social Security numbers and they immediately get a clean slate of credit, and then they leverage that credit to get loans to start all these businesses. Okay, now anybody with half a brain could realize the major flaw in the argument that he's making here. Now, there are pretty much three issues that I see with this ridiculous argument that he's making here. First and foremost, black people get the exact same clean slate. Well, any American citizen gets this exact same clean slate. You get that clean slate when you're born, when you get your Social Security number. So when you're born, you have a clean slate, and theoretically, that clean slate is going to be there for you when you become an adult and go out into your life. Now, obviously, if you're dealing with black people, dealing with black females, you have the phenomenon of so many black women put stuff in their children's name, because they're irresponsible themselves, and then now the child has ding on their credit before life, before they even become adults. But for the most part, everybody gets the exact same clean slate. They just get it when they come here. When anybody, whoever you are, when you first get your social security number, you get your clean slate. That's everybody, not just Mexicans. And secondly, I've said this before, your credit rating is based off of your history and what you do with your credit. So if you do bad things with your credit, or the things that's going to cause you to have bad credit, you're going to have bad credit. You do the things that's going to cause you to have good credit, you'll have good credit. Again, credit has no race. It has not about a skin shade. It has nothing to do with what you look like. It has to do with how you've been handling your credit and what you've been doing with your credit. Have you been responsible? So that's not a race issue. And there's no black person in America who was just born with bad credit. That's BS. Your credit is bad because of what was done with it after you got your credit, after you got your clean slate when you were born. So your choices determine what your credit rating is. Now, those Mexican people he's talking about, or the migrants, they come here and get the clean slate. If they go out here and do the things that's going to cause them to have bad credit, guess what? They're going to have bad credit as well. Once again, your credit rating has nothing to do with your skin color. I've said this many times. It has to do with your behavior. This is not a race issue. But as any true race hustler, they inject race into everything because that's just what they do. That's their drug. That's the drug they sell. Now, my last issue with this is you have to build credit first. I mean, he's saying that these Mexican people come here with these clean credit and they start getting all these loans. That's BS. Anybody knows anything about credit, you have to build your credit first. You don't come here with a clean slate and have no credit history and then just start getting all these loans. You start off small. Okay? And in most cases, you have to get a credit card that you have to preload on it and then use that. And then once you start to establish a history, then you get access to more. And it just slowly builds up as you start to show that you are responsible with your credit. So they don't come over here and get a social security number and the next day just start getting all these loans and opening all these shops. That's BS. And regardless of that, it's not, even if black folks do have bad credit, it's not like black folks can't go out here and seek credit repair. Credit repair is for anybody to seek. There's no white person who owns a credit repair business is going to tell black people, I'm not going to help you repair your credit because you're white, because you're black, and I hate black people, whatever. That's BS. They just peddle race wherever they can. Anyway, as you can see, again, let Tariq Nasheed speak as well, just like Dr. Umar Johnson, because we'll let these fools speak and let these fools continue to provide a rope to hang themselves with and show that they're fools. Because what he said here is just complete, is asinine and insane. And all this is going to do is just keep black people stuck on race. What he did here in this little segment of a interview he did, a video he did, was to do the same thing that race hustlers always do, and that's keep providing black people with the race drug. And they have to keep them addicted to race, because if not, they run the risk of black people kicking the habit. And this is all he did here. But I'll probably expose more things he said in that interview, because I listened to some of that particular video he did, and there was a lot of stuff he said that was just utter nonsense. But anyway, y'all, exposing another race hustler. And as always, until next time.